Buying 0 DTE earning calls on Nvidia is not a consistent, repeatable strategy which professional traders use in order to make consistent returns. You need to have a repeatable framework, a framework which you can repeat weekly, monthly, semi-annually, which consistently pulls out money from the markets. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that framework is and how professionals follow that framework. Now, why should you listen to me? I was mentored by the Institute of Trading and Portfolio Management ex-Goldman Sachs traders Anton Creel and Edward Scheck, and the portfolio manager of Dragonstone Capital based out of Singapore, managing $3 billion. In addition to that, I have completed multiple specializations and have also created my own algorithm which is running in the markets, which has generated me over a 7,500% return over the last 15 years, all of which you can find in the bio. First, get the broad picture. Look at the current macro environment. I encourage you to look at the FOMC minutes and see what the Fed Chair Jerome Powell is actually doing. What the interest rates are. Are we getting into a cutting cycle or tightening cycle? Right now we're getting into a cutting cycle right now. By looking at the macro economy, you want to be looking at mainly the CPI numbers, which is basically what the inflation is, core CPI. You want to be looking at the surveys, so the ISM, PMI, and NMI business survey reports. You want to look at the Michigan consumer sentiment and get a broad idea of what's happening in this current macroeconomic picture. That's step one. Step two is, after understanding what the macroeconomic picture is, you start looking at sectors which might profit in this current economy. Right now we're getting rate cuts. Inflation is probably going to hyperinflation, and AI capex spendings are increasing. So obviously, tech sectors with high debt look slightly attractive right now. And as an inflation hedge, everyone's pushing gold, and gold just hit 4,300 today. Just like that, you come up with trade ideas and sectors to look into. So that's step two. We have a macro picture. We know which sectors to look at. The third one is look for outliers in the sectors. I made a previous video talking about how you should use the PE ratio and the forward PE ratio, and why everyone talks and gets it wrong. In that video, I've explained it very simply and very clearly how you should actually use the PE. Using the PE ratio, specifically the earnings guidance revisions, forward EPS numbers, and looking at the earnings transcript of these companies, you can basically get an idea of outliers in that sector. So get a macro picture, look at sectors which are likely to outperform or underperform in that sector, then screen for stocks within that sector which are outperformers or underperformers using ratios like PE, EPS, forward earnings guidance, and looking at their transcripts. That way you can create like a bulletproof method and consistently generate trade ideas in any market regime. After doing all this fundamental groundwork, which is very logical stuff, what I've said in this video, I've not said anything crazy. After doing all this fundamental work, then you want to overlay your ideas with technical analysis. Then you can use your MACD or your moving averages, and you can figure out stocks which are likely to move based on technical analysis. So that way you have like a 4-step framework, which is essentially bulletproof. People are looking for big numbers quick, and that's not what professionals do. Absolutely not. That's exactly what they don't do. You want a framework which consistently makes you money? I've just given you that. A lot of people would pay for this information which I've given you for free. Attached in the description below, I have a crash signals checklist extracted straight from the Bloomberg terminal, exactly what professional traders at hedge funds use in order to gauge how healthy the economy is and how likely is the economy going to crash. Attached in the description, all for free.